you hear me okay? It's English. Unfortunately not Spanish, not my native language, so I'm going to do this in English. I'm here today to talk about not something you talked about. It's a bit different. I'm staying to the core with Joomla, with designing websites. Let's see. The entire presentation can be found on my website. I'm not really going to get too much into this because this isn't really where is it? This one, right? Yeah. Alright, you're seeing it fine. I'm not. Alright. Well, I'm here today to talk about Kickstart Cassiopeia. Very long time ago I started with Joomla 2. When Joomla 3 came, there was the ProtoStart template. One of the big disadvantages of the ProtoStart template that you had very little options to customize it. So I created protostarplus.com for Joomla 3. When Joomla 4 came, I wanted to do the same actually and create customizing a template or module that sticked with the core. So you don't have to do much with updates, no big installations, just one module in this case for the Joomla 4, and you can do anything with it. A little bit about me. I'm from Netherlands. I flew in yesterday. My professional website is cloudfaction.nl. I have tons of hobbies and I do tons of things for community related. I spoke for the JoomlaDay several times, also in the United States. I'm the organizer of the Joomla user group Rotterdam, and I did some work with the community also. And for the community, lots of sites. Dr. Joomla, protostarplus.com, unixpro.com, name it. How Kickstart came to be. There's the ID, the implementation and some features. The ID, well, I wanted to make the core of Joomla more accessible. Not really in accessibility terms, but make it more accessible for a webmaster starting with Joomla and is first looking at Joomla, the blue Joomla 4, and then go to the template settings and there's nothing there. 2 colors and two options, sticky menu, and that's it. And then you have to do a lot of CSS to get the site the way you want it, or get started with templates or downloading templates. And if you're not really into that, I wanted to make an easier way. So starting a new website with Joomla can be daunting. No overrides to the core. And you can read everything here. I'm going through these slides in a rather quick tempo so I can have more time showing you what it's actually about. So they're all online, of course. Well, I said Joomla 3 2015 I created protostarplus.com, had over 6,000 downloads for free, and Joomla 4 2021 I created Cassiopeia, Kickstart Cassiopeia. It's also a free download and a pro version. Implementation, well, how does it work? Before and after. That's just one example of how you can transform your website with just one module. It installs as a module, not as a template. Why? Well, I love creating modules. I have a website jmodules.com and I want to stick to modules, and I thought, why cannot we solve this in a module? And we can. Joomla has a lot of features with modules, and there are quite some advantages to creating a module instead of a template. One of the pros is Joomla update system, and it uses Joomla ACL. You can publish the module with an ACL, so you can have it for certain user groups or not, or certain pages or not, and a template would be more difficult. Well, there are also pros to a template, of course, and there are cons to modules, etc. But one of the pro advantages is it sticks to the Cassiopeia template and you do not need to make any changes. So when you update Joomla, you never have any issues with a template not being compatible with the latest version. How to use? Well, read the fine manual. Sometimes the F stands for something else, but to me it's read the fine manual. It's online, of course. I have a big website, kickstartcassiopeia.com. I have a documentation section with tons of documentation, taking you with videos and screenshots and helping you along the way. Well, how to use it. You download the module, you install it and publish it in the banner module. Then you select the pages where you want to publish it. You hide the title, of course. And this feature enables you to publish it in certain pages or not. We all know the module structure for Joomla. If you publish this module on one page and not on another page, you could have two completely different looking websites within one website. That's the power of this module. Just copy the module and you can change the settings for that module, and that will affect only the pages that you publish the module on. Well, there are some concerns, of course, with Google Fonts and speed. Well, it's just 7 kilobytes to your page, so it's not a big deal. The performance is still an A. And sometimes it differs due to the amount of custom CSS you're using in the module or extra features, but basically it's still GTmetrix shows it as a very fast site still. So there's not really a big negative impact for using this. Yeah, it changes. Yes. But I've tested it frequently, and it stays within a certain range. Well, some features when using Kickstart Cassiopeia, of course, you can set tons of colors. You can color your entire website. Background images, custom CSS, custom code, custom Google fonts, layout options, webmaster extensions, you name it. And it's constantly expanding. Kickstart Cassiopeia has been around for, I think, 4 years now, and we're constantly improving with new features. Also with Joomla 4, Joomla 5, some minor changes came. The Joomla 4 module, compared to Joomla 3 and Joomla 5 is rolling it out, there's a new module structure compared to the module structure for Joomla 3, so we're also creating all those new Joomla module structure features also. So it's all constantly up to date. Well, some webmaster extensions, just some. You can block IP numbers if you want. If you want to have your website accessible for only certain IP numbers, just put them in the module and nobody else gets to your website. You can set your own favicon. There's a cookie notice. There's a pop-up option. You have got the share buttons, sharing for social media. There's Google Analytics feature to implement your Google tag. You can disable right-click, not a really nice feature. Some people really hate it, but some people need it, yeah. and 9 out of 10 times I'm putting lots of features in that not everybody will use, but they're there for you if you want them. And that's it's completely up to you if you want to use it or not. Yes. And it's expanding because I have tons of ideas I want to implement. And they don't all make it to a final release, but some of them do, and this was one of them. There's a mobile contact bar. For your mobile website, you can have a contact bar at the bottom. And I'm going to demo now. For your advice, take a picture of this. There's a demo code available entire month. You get 30% discount using this code, JDAES. I'll do it elsewhere. Well, I'm going to the demo now. Well, we all know this screen, the basic Joomla 5 screen, and when I install the demo data, this is what the basic Joomla site looks like. Right? Nothing special. All basic. I've installed the module already on my local instance. Here it is. I'm going to publish it now and publish it in the banner position. Not really needed anymore. Version 2 has a different way, but still quite good. And then I disable it, the menu, and with menu assignment I say publish it on all pages. That's the first install. Now it's from this to this. You see a change. There's another font, the colors have changed, there's a black menu. It already looks different. That's just the basic settings. Now we can start customizing it. I'll use a sample layout page for a blog, for instance, to show what we can quickly do. If I want to, for instance, go to layout and say, menu header, put my menu next to my logo. Done. instantly changed. You don't have to code anything. It's all done with CSS, and the template allows for it. If I want to change colors, for instance, or set a background, I can set, when I go to layout, select the background. Let's see if I've got a picture somewhere. There it is. And this is nice because I have several options. I can set a background and I can set a color on top of it with some transparency if I want to. If I don't do anything, it looks like this. It's just a background. It's a bit harsh, bit very available, so very present. And if I want to have some kind of emphasis, I think I'm going to create this website to be a grayscaled website. So the yellow things will also change. That's the idea here. Then I can choose my body background color and set it to white with a transparency that's quite high in this case. Transparency means how much you can see through a color. And this changes already. So now it's quite easy. It's more easy to the eyes. Not really. It's present, but not too much available. Same I can do with the background color for the content. When now I look at content, you see, well, this is not what I want. I want to have some kind of content background also. I can do that. Change the content background just with some clicks. I haven't done any programming yet. I can make this white, quite high there. Just click save. And when you see what's happening, there's a transparency on top of a transparency now. So I have two transparency layers. Quite easily converting my website, playing with it, not doing any programming at all. Just clicking like I want to. Well, there are some options for the menu. That's black already. I can make the menu a bit dark gray here. So, oh, sorry. There it is, dark gray instead of black. Now I want to get rid of the yellow color. That's by default there. There are color sections. For primary color I'm going to make this 75. It's a nice dark gray. I'm going to copy that with some features. Hover color making a bit different. Then you go to button colors. So, and now it's all changed. You see the button has the hover is the same, so if I want to change the hover for the button to be a lighter variant, just like that, no CSS at all, and when the hover is over it becomes a lighter variant. So just by implementing some clicks I can change the entire look of my website. Then there are more options. This is experimental at this time. I have the animated background feature where I can set full line colors, so the number of lines and the line length and the dot size. Well, not everybody will like this, but sometimes some people will. Now you see the background is moving. And when I move my mouse, there's an interaction. Some people actually like an interaction. It's an interactive element. It invites people to stay on your website. Yeah. Not everybody. Yeah, they like it. Yes, and if I want that color to be more present, then I have to do something with my background transparency. I have to lower that. And now the color is more visible. See? And even if I really like it, I put in more lines, 200. The line length 200 and I make it 300 lines. You can do anything you want. And now it's really quite there.
Content doesn't matter.
Well, I saw this on a website and I liked it, so I thought, well, I'm going to have to build that myself then. If I'm liking it, I'm not the only one. So I can have full color lines or not full color lines, and if I'm staying with the gray theme, I want some gray lines, of course. I don't want them to be too much present, so I just make it 100 and line also 100 and dot size, and I'm putting the background color transparency a bit higher. again like this. And now you see it's still there, but not too much. So you have tons of features, tons of options to style your website, and you're staying to the core. Oh, the only template active is Cassiopeia at this time. Nothing else. And one module doing all of this. That's all. And that's a bit of strength, I think. That's a bit customizing things. You can also have a top bar, but that's a deprecated feature because the first Cassiopeia version didn't have a top bar in the template settings. But with a later version of Cassiopeia, I think 4.3 in Joomla 5.0, the top bar came. So this feature is not used too much. You can have custom column widths. If I have top A, top B, bottom B, more columns in one row, I can change the width. So I can set columns, and that's quite easy, just like this. If I use 3 columns, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, all 4 together, of course, quite easy. In the footer section is also option to set a background image. I'll use this, well, not too nice, but it's possible. And now my footer has a background image. You see, it's transparent, it's there. But there's a layer on top of it. If I put a layer lower, you can see it's more there. So you have tons of options, really tons of options to style your website in any way you like, actually. There are tons of color feature settings. You got button color settings. You've got an entire section for typography. And in the basic color settings, you can also set your font and your heading colors. Yes, yes. But you can say no to Google Fonts if you want. Yes, 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 yes. That's why I built the option. About a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, somebody said, well, I'm from Germany and Google Fonts are not allowed here, so please disable them. So I built the option. Yeah, it's there. With the basic Webmaster Tool buttons, there's the option to add your Google Analytics code. There's an animate on scroll feature. This is a bit difficult to show, but I can show a live website that has one of it. One website I built, also with Cassiopeia. And this has all of those features put together. Where we see the fading text, it's just enabling it, and you can create nice effects. This is Cassiopeia template, yes. Yes, Cassiopeia template with my module. Yeah. Basic, just simply Cassiopeia. And this, how enabling that works is quite easy. You enable them, you go to this website. That's the library I'm loading then. That makes a bit more loading time for the optimization. And here you get all the templates on what you have to create a div to create that animation. So it's quite easy to implement this. Just a div with content and everything starts to move all the way if you want to. Also people hate it, some people like it. I like it personally. And also you see here there's a page transition. It loads smoothly. If I go to home, you see a small loading transition. Instead of it being there, it's a page transition. That's also an option with Cassiopeia. There you have the option to set custom code. It inserts custom code into the head and custom code into the body. You have the option to set custom CSS. That inserts custom CSS into your code, or custom CSS only for mobile or only for desktop. So if you want to optimize your mobile website, you can do that. If you want to optimize your desktop website, you can do that. If you want to use code throughout your viewports, you can do that. All available. You can set your favicon, your custom favicon. That's that dark Joomla icon here. I can show you. Now it's the dark Joomla icon. I'm going to make this the bright red one. Not nice, but it works. Just select an image. And there's no need to go to any website and insert things. Just it's here, and now you've got your custom favicon. All webmaster tools, all tools to have the pocket knife, the Swiss Army knife with lots of functions, and that's what I'm trying to create. So one module with tons of features. That's the basic idea of Cassiopeia. Of Kickstart Cassiopeia, sorry. Cassiopeia, of course, also.
Talk about separating data from template, and you have separated
Template from yes. and an option for your own customization with custom CSS there. Yeah. Well, there's the IP access option. If you want to enable it, just simply enter a range of IP and you get an offline message. If you don't have that IP number, of course. The mobile contact bar, the phone or WhatsApp button, just simply allow this and enter your phone number. Save it for the WhatsApp button. Sorry, I did it wrong. I used the WhatsApp button here. All so easy, no problem. And there's your WhatsApp button. Oh, not. What have I done? I've killed my website. This is it, I think. It's really broken now. That's the first. What did I do? Well, it works. You can trust me. There's the contact pop-up if you want to use it. You have to add you create a menu and add a menu class to it. When you've done that, click on the menu and a pop-up appears for your contact information. Also a nice feature. And the share buttons that are available. If you go to the share buttons, are these things here. Just put them on off. You can set them to the left, to the right. You can set the width and the height, of course, where you want them. And this is an example of a website that are created. When you go to the Kickstart Cassiopeia website, I have an option, pop up, of course, a build with Kickstart Cassiopeia, and then you have tons of websites that I've created by my clients using Kickstart Cassiopeia. I've put some of them in there. Yes. I like them. So I put them in. And there's of course an extensive documentation section, and this is the same website with a different install of Cassiopeia. And you see it's an entirely differently looking website, but I haven't done anything. Just created a menu section and created a copy of the instance of the module and changed the settings in the module to look more like a documentation section with a gray menu with another font. And I put them to a certain menu and publish them. Yes?
Will it work with a child template from Cassiopeia?
Yes. It's a module. It does not do anything with the template. You install it as a module, so it will work. Yes. You don't even... I never touch Cassiopeia. I put in two things. I set the logo if I want to, and make the menu sticky, and that's all I do. And then I'm never there again. So that's the only thing I do in Cassiopeia, and I do the rest in the module. Yeah, you could, but I haven't tested it. My main feature is just stick to Joomla, don't do anything with Joomla, install this, and you're good to go. Yeah. May not, but some features will work. Like a pop-up, it will work, yeah. But it may also interfere. Yeah. It could work. And it isn't tested yet. It isn't tested by myself. So, and here you have tons of documents I've created where the setup is, where you how to set your menu next to a logo, how to set up your menu, tons of things. There's also an import and an export options. If you have tons of options and you want to export them or import them, when you go to your module, here you have the import-export option. Well, this is a warning. It's a beta. It's a PHP 8.2 warning in the latest 8.1.10. This is solved, so there's not a problem. Are there at this time any questions?
I have a question. Why you choose the module for creating your own framework? It was much easier, or you think
I also had a Unix Pro website where I created Joomla templates for Joomla 3. Based on Bootstrap 3 and Bootstrap 2 for Protostar Plus. And my idea was that it's a big hassle to keep up with the template, with the updates. So I wanted to use the basis for Cassiopeia because it's a fantastic template. If you know how to use it, it really is. It has tons of features. But when I go to this instance, system template styles, and people start looking at the template, well, I want to have tons of features to set it up. There's nothing there. Completely nothing. This is it. This is it. And everybody, this is a problem. This is frustrating. This is frustrating. Yeah. 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 For 9 out of 10 times, this is the only thing I'm using for all of my clients at this time, and there's nothing I cannot do with it. Of course, I built it and I know exactly how to use it, but lots of clients of mine also use it, and they're really happy with it because it sticks to the core. There's never any big problem. Yeah, yeah, with Joomla because. Yeah, until Cassiopeia is gone, of course. Yeah, but that's another problem. Yeah. 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 Everything. Yes. 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 Yeah. To me, it has. I'm building my entire client base on it, and I started basically creating templates in the Joomla 3 era, and I really liked creating templates, creating my own menu positions. Because I still miss some menu positions in Cassiopeia in my module positions. In my opinion, there could be more, but nothing is perfect, of course. that you can do in a child template, of course. Yeah. Excuse me, if you?
Does it load JavaScript if it's not enabled, the module is not loaded?
Yes.
Is it loading anything?
No, nothing, no. If the module is not loaded, nothing is loaded, of course, no. Yeah, also, yeah. It is always there, yeah. There's always content there, yeah. And when you start looking at this site, well, you see documentation section, of course, and there are sample layouts that are different instances of the same module. This is a completely different looking website on the entire same domain, on the entire same website. You have a question?
If you are not loading the module, you are not loading the file. What happens when you load the page with the TMPL equals component? When you are not using Cassiopeia, you are not loading modules, you are just loading the basic system template.
If you publish the module in the debug position, it's always there, even if you use TMPL's component. So that's the big thing. If I don't publish it in the debug position, when I enter a page that isn't there, you get the blue error page. Now this is good. Here it's published in the debug position. If I publish it in the module position, what's basically in the documentation, but I have to change it, then it's not there. So if you publish it in debug, it's always available, even in the template position. So if you create a pop-up and you use the TMPL's component for the pop-up model, it's even there.
That also gives you the flexibility of having a different layout for when you are loading.
Yeah. 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 That's exactly what's happening here. If you go to the sample layouts, it's the same module with different instances. The blog is a different instance. It looks way different. The category list again is different. The typography again is different. All different layouts, but the same website. Everything Cassiopeia, everything the same website. Yeah. 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 course, yeah. Yeah, by default it is.
The icons that you have is the phone app, yeah? So they are already from the Joomla.
Yes, yes they are. Yeah.
So if the Joomla update version app, it's
Yep. And if there are some issues with
they change it sometimes.
then I update them also. So not a problem.
I see, because you have to change the Twitter icon.
Yeah, it's an X icon, but is it already in 5.1.4 or not? I don't believe it is. In 6, yeah. It's not really there yet. It's not in the core of Joomla at this time.
Probably no. Yeah.
Well, you can download the module at jmodules.com. I'm going to make some blatant advertisement for myself. I've got tons of modules here, just a couple of minutes, but the best ones are the featured ones on the homepage, and that's the Cassiopeia, Kickstart Cassiopeia, here. And there's a free version also available. Well, a double download option. Here you can download it. The free version 1.5.1. I promised myself not to update 1.5, but there were so many requests that it gave a PHP warning on PHP 8, so I did a 1.5.1 to remove that warning. So it's a freebie, and that was basically the last one. And if you want to have more, then buy one. No, I haven't tested yet. The 8.2 works, not a problem. Yeah. So there's a discount available. You can buy one time. You can buy a lifetime license for 98 euros. You can install it on as many sites as you want. So if you're a website master, it's a bit of a bargain, even with 30% off at this time. So it's all up to you. I'd like to leave it at that. No more questions? All right.